In this lesson, I'd like to share one of my personal habits and then use that as an example for talking about the first step of the habit loop, which is the trigger. So when I sit down for dinner each night, I say one thing that I'm grateful for that happened that day. And this is a habit that I've stuck to for the last couple years. It's been really consistent. It's pretty much just automatic and mindless at this point. And what's interesting about it is that it stacks on top of something I was already doing, right? I'm already sitting down for dinner each night. I just was able to use that as the trigger for prompting this new behavior. And this is a method that I like to call habit stacking, which is when you stack the new behavior that you want to perform on top of something you're already doing. And there are a variety of examples, right? You probably already do a couple of these in your daily life, like after you brush your teeth, you floss, or after you get out of the shower, you put on your clothes. After you put your pants on, you tie your shoes. There are all these sequences that we go through, often without thinking about it. But we can be smart and intelligent and active about it as well, right? We can actually take some of these behaviors we want to build and intentionally stack them into our lives. So some examples, after you get back from lunch each day, you could email one person that you're interested in contacting or networking with. After you make your morning cup of coffee, you could meditate for 60 seconds, right? You can use the thing that you already do as a trigger for the thing that you want to do. And there's a really simple exercise that you can do to perform this. So if you click on the worksheet below this video, there are going to be two different columns of ideas that you're going to fill out. The first column, you're going to write down everything that happens to you during your day without fail. So a traffic light turns green, a traffic light turns red, the sun rises, the sun sets, a text message comes in on your phone, a song comes on the radio, commercial comes on TV. All these things that you can think of that just kind of happen throughout your day without fail. The second list, you're going to write down all of the things that you do each day without fail. So you get out of bed, you turn on the lights, you take a shower, you brush your teeth, you make your morning cup of coffee, you make breakfast, you drive to work. There's usually a real big batch of behaviors early in the day when you're going through your morning routine. Then you might have another small batch once you get to work or start your day, something that kicks things off. Maybe you check the same websites or open up your email or check Instagram or whatever. There's usually another batch around lunch when you're doing your, whatever your lunch routine is and you leave for work. And then usually a huge set around dinner and when you're getting ready for bed. So maybe it's like, I make dinner and then I watch 30 minutes of a show and then I go to bed and turn off the lights and, You can be as detailed as you want to be with this list, but the point is that you'll have two lists now, things that are happening to you and things that you do, that you can rely on as triggers, right? Things that are a standard in your day, a normal part of your routine. And then you can transition and think about the habit that you want to build and where that stacks in well, right? So if we take a habit like meditation, I could potentially do that after I sit down for dinner, but it might be a little strange if the rest of my family is sitting there and I'm trying to meditate for 60 seconds. Or I could do it after I get in the shower, but maybe that's not the best place. Maybe you want like silence in order to meditate. So one example that could work is after I make my morning cup of coffee, then I meditate for 60 seconds because that's the right space in your day for that habit to fit in. So you can decide based on which habit you're building and what your lists look like, but the idea is to try to find a place where that new habit stacks in well with what's already happening. So take some time now and fill out that worksheet and figure out how you're going to stack a new habit into your life.